The new Snider show, and I want to correct something I said a moment ago. I said the Expos would be without 3 of their regulars. They'll be without 2. Tony Perez in the lineup today and will play at first base. So we stand corrected on that. We'll just be without 2. Of course, Larry Harris, who underwent surgery on his feet, and right fielder Ellis Valentine not in the lineup. Well, Dave, I have to take blame for that because I told you the lineup, but we sort of got our numbers crossed there. But quite an interesting race and a fun, interesting ball game yesterday in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. At Pittsburgh, of course. And by golly, the Pirates have to deserve a lot of credit. And that was an ex-Pirate who really did them in. Richie Hebner drove in 3 runs, 3 big runs for them. But I like the class of the Pirates. Tanner saying that they're champions in my book, and the Pirates who came from 11.5 back to almost overtake the Phillies. He says, I'm not depressed. I'm proud of what they did this year. I don't feel we have lost it. We played like heck. But so did they. And the Phillies won that game yesterday to play the Dodgers now Wednesday night. And the Phillies, some interesting comments from the Philadelphia players. They were nervous and looking over their shoulders. There's no question about that. In fact, the quote out of the paper says that 2 of them, after the game was over, went into the shower and just screamed as loud as they could to let out their frustration on the very tight pennant race. Very interesting, and going through it a few times, I know what some of them must have felt. And you look over your shoulders, that team creeping up on you, and you just don't know what to do. There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to go out there and play and do the best you can. And by golly, the Phillies win it. Now they'll play the Dodgers, and I look for the Dodgers to beat the Phillies unless the 2 big guys can start hitting. And, of course, that's Luzinski and Mike Schmidt. Mike Schmidt has not done well lately, and he was one of the guys in the shower screaming his head off that it was finally over and they could concentrate on a 3 out of 5 against the L.A. Dodgers. Of course, the Yankees in Boston are at it today. The pitchers are in. No scores as yet. The 2 pitchers, Keon and Hunter, have the pressure on them. Kirkwood pitching for Toronto. He's 4-3. Keon 12-8, and he'll try and win their ball game today. And of course, the Cleveland Indians pitch Waits, who's 12-15, and Catfish Hunter, who's been through it all, is going to pitch for the Yankees. So we'll have the reports on that as they come in. The Yankees have pitched a tie. So the worst that the Yankees can do is tie. And look what the Red Sox have to look forward to if they come up with that tie, Dave. They'll just have to face Ron Guidry tomorrow. That's something, and the Catfish Hunter story, really something else. Bob Lemon commenting on that this morning before batting practice at Yankee Stadium, saying how such an incredible job that Catfish has done to come back. Early in the year, he couldn't raise his arm to comb his hair, and now he's out there to pitch. He's had 12 wins, and he's out there to pitch this ball game that is going to be the pennant for them. That's right. Don Zimmer quoted as saying, what can you do? He said, tomorrow will be Keon. That's today. Today will be Keon. Everybody else except Eckersley will be in the bullpen. And then, of course, he said, we have to win, and then we have to do something that hardly anybody's been able to do all season, beat Ron Guidry. But we have to worry about today and hope that Cleveland can beat the Yankees. A note from Texas. The Texas Rangers have replaced Billy Hunter with third base coach Pat Corrales as the manager. Now, Corrales will not necessarily be the manager next year, but he's going to manage the final game today. So Billy Hunter is no longer the manager of Texas, and that's kind of strange. Texas only 6 games back of Kansas City, but they're not happy with the way they thought they should win the American League West. We'll be back in 1 minute. At Bush Memorial Stadium in St. Louis, the lineup card exchange taking place at home plate. It's a beautiful day for baseball. Just a wonderful fall day, October 1st, and not too many clouds in the sky, mostly a lot of bright blue and bright sunshine and a shirt-sleeve crowd to see today's ball game. To give you a look at the lineup, once again, here's Duke. Okay, Dave, and good afternoon, everybody. This will be the last good afternoon for a while, but Dave and I are looking forward to next season, bringing you all the broadcasts for the Expos. We will be back, good Lord willing, and a super day for a ball game today. We hope you've enjoyed the Expo broadcast throughout the season, and we're looking forward to a much brighter season next year. Dick Williams at home plate with Ken Boyer and the umpires. For the Expos, Dave Cash will lead it off and play second base. Dale Upster will bat second. He'll be in right field. Batting third, Andre Dawson. He'll be in center. Batting fourth at first base, Tony Perez. Batting fifth at left field, Warren Cromartie. Cromartie needs a hit, and if he gets that hit his first time at bat, Dick Williams will take him out of the game so that he can hit 300 this year. Gary Carter will bat sixth. He'll do the catching. Chris Pryor batting seventh at shortstop. Dan Tappy will bat eighth. He'll be in third base. Ross Grimsley will do the pitching and bat ninth. Grimsley 12 for 86, batting 140. He has 4 RBIs. For the Cardinals, Lou Brock, who needs 100 more base hits for 3,000, will play today, lead it off, and play left field. Jim Lantine will bat second and play right field. Gary Mumphrey will bat third and be in center field. Batting fourth, Roger Freed at first base. In the fifth spot, Ken Reese. He'll be at third base. Batting sixth, Steve Swisher. He's the catcher. In the seventh position, Mike Tyson. He will be at second base. Batting eighth, Mike Ramsey. Ramsey playing shortstop instead of Jerry Templeton today. And batting ninth will be Pete Vukovich, a pitcher. He's 8 for 56. Batting 143. Has 3 RBIs. Billy Williams was to be behind the plate today. Billy Williams has the flu, so he will not be working. Billy Williams is supposed to work in the playoffs. National League playoffs will start Wednesday night in Philadelphia. So the umpires today, it'll be a threesome. Dick Stello will be behind the plate. Our good friend Bruce Fleming will be at first base, and Joe West will be roaming between third and second. He'll start out on the third base line. The 3 umpires to close this one out today. As we mentioned in the pregame show, Toronto's at Boston. No score as yet. Kirkwood 4-3 for Toronto. Tion 12-8 for Boston. Boston has to win, and the Yankees have to lose for Boston to get a tie. Cleveland at New York. Waits 12-15 against Hunter 12-5. Baltimore at Detroit has started. No score after 1 inning of play. Martinez 15-11 against Rosemont 9-11. Minnesota and Kansas City just getting underway. Zahn 14-13 for Minnesota. Gura 16-4 for Kansas City. Chicago and California, Milwaukee and Oakland, and Texas at Seattle later on. The pitchers are in for Pittsburgh, and it doesn't make any difference today. But Cott pitching for Philadelphia. He's 8-5. Jones. Owen is 1-0 for Pittsburgh. Coble pitching for New York and Chicago, the Mets. And McLaughlin 5-2 for the Cubs. Atlanta and Cincinnati, Mickey Mailer 4-1 against Tom Seaver of Cincinnati. Seaver going after his 17th win. He's 16-14. San Francisco at Houston and LA at San Diego a little bit later on this afternoon. That gives you a rundown of the baseball we have today. Of course, the 2 important games we'll keep right on top of to see if Popeye and Don Zimmer get a chance to face Popeye, Don Zimmer of the Boston Red Sox, I should say, will get a chance to face Ron Guidry tomorrow afternoon in Boston. They put the tickets on sale for that playoff game if it's necessary. And, of course, the Boston fans have taken care of those tickets that were available in a hurry in Boston. So they're insured of a sellout today and tomorrow in Boston. And a big crowd, of course, will be in New York. It is now game time. The pitchers have concluded their warm-up pitches, and the Cardinals are about ready to go. Lou Brock about ready to come out on the field to lead the Cardinals onto the field. Brock in one of his rare starts lately. And we'll be ready for the start of the game in just 2 minutes. Cardinals on the field, and Cleveland has at least one run in the first inning as Andre Horne hit his 33rd home run. Well, they have 2 runs as there was a runner on base. So Cleveland has 2 runs in the first inning against the Yankees and can't fish under. So Boston has to go to town, score some runs, and hope. So Andre Horne, who's had quite a year with Cleveland with 33 home runs. Another home run. And Detroit, Kelly of Baltimore hit his 10th in the second inning with no one on base. So a couple of home runs hit early today. Defensively for the Cardinals, Lou Brock in left, Humphrey in center, Lentine in right, Reese at third, Ramsey at short, Tyson at second, Freed at first, Swisher behind the plate, and Pete Vukovich with a record of 12 and 12 on the mound. Vukovich, the type of pitcher that throws a heavy baseball. He's herky-jerky windup, has the straight change, the slider, the curve, and a good, heavy, moving fastball. And he can be tough. His a very respectable earned run average. Vukovich, in fact, right behind the leaders in the league. He has a 2.59 ERA. Rogers ahead of him. And of course, on top is Craig Swan, who's going to win it, and he's not going to pitch, and Rogers is not pitching, so Vukovich has a chance to possibly pass Rogers. Hank steps in. Bring you the action. Here's Dave.
Thanks, Duke, and hi again, everybody. Glad to have you aboard for this afternoon's game. Davey Cash stepping in, batting .253. The Expos 8-9 on the year against the Cardinals. Vukovich gives him a fastball. It's bounced foul behind third, strike one, and the game underway. Ozzie Virgil coaching at third, Billy Gardner at first. The windup by Vukovich, right-hander deals, low and away, swung on and missed by Cash. Came right over top, threw that pitch low and outside, and Davey went after it. Here's the 0-2 pitch, up and in. That moves Cash out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Vukovich, former Blue Jay, check swing, it's outside, a slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the wind on the 2-2 pitch, and a ball bounced off the end of the bat, picked up by the shortstop Ramsey, and the throw to first was in time to get Cash. Ramsey coming in and going to his left a bit towards second. Mike Ramsey playing at shortstop. Templeton not starting this game. Del Unser, the batter. Andre Dawson on deck. Here's the windup and the pitch to Dell. That's up high, ball 1. Here's the windup, the 1-0 pitch, way outside, ball 2, 2-0. Del Unser appears headed for the free agentry market, although the Expos have made him an offer. There's a pop fly to left field. Under this is Jim Lentine, and he has pulled it down for the out. 2 away. Del can either try to make a deal for himself, depending on who drafts him and so forth, or he can accept the Expos offer, whatever the case may be. Check that. It's Lentine who's going to play in right field. And a change here for the Cardinals, putting Brock in left. Okay. Low and away, ball 1. So it's Lou Brock in left and Lentine in right. Swung on, missed. Strike 1. One ball, 1 strike to Dawson, who's batting .253 coming into the game. 25 home runs, 72 RBIs, a line drive base hit to right field. Lentine up with this, getting it back in towards second base, and Dawson has a single, coming with 2 down. And the batter will be Tony Perez. Tony batting .284. look at first. Vukovic deals. Perez swings, grounds the ball through the left side. A base hit. Ball rolls on out to Brock. So back-to-back singles by Dawson and Perez with 2 down. That's going to bring Warren Cromartie up. Mike Williams has said that when Crow gets his batting average 2 or above 300, he's going to take him out of the game. He thinks that Dick feels strongly that Cromartie has earned that.
Here's his chance right here with a base hit.
.299 average, 10 home runs, 56 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Crow, and it's pulled foul behind first, strike 1. On Friday night, Cromartie had a couple of doubles here and scored 2 runs and drove in a run in the Expos 7-5 win. Yesterday, Crow went 1 for 4 and drove in a run. 1 strike on Warren. That's low and outside, ball 1. Dawson at second base, Perez at first base. Cardinal infield playing back and around to the right. The 1-1 pitch is outside. 2 balls and a strike.
The Yankees came back with 2 runs to tie it up 2-2.
Here's the stretch and the 2-1 pitch. That's way outside. Ball 3, 3-1. That has just been a great race, and I agree with Chuck Tanner. I don't think the Pirates lost it. They made a great race of it. They came up short. They'll finish second, but the way they played the last month of the season, that's anything but a losing club, isn't it? Here's the 3-1 pitch. Way outside, ball 4, so Warren draws a walk in his first at-bat, and that loads the bases for Gary Carter. Cromartie walking, Tony Perez moves to second, Dawson over to third, and Gary Carter steps in. Batting .257, 20 home runs, 72 runs batted in.
You know, when you lose a division title or a pennant race by 1 game, you look back and see a lot of ball games that you remember that you could have won or should have won.
The windup by Vukovic. The pitch to Gary, swing and a miss on a curveball, strike 1. Talking about it the other night with Darrell Knowles. He's been through a lot of wars and pennant drives. Pitches up and in to Gary, ball 1. All players on the contending clubs, they've got to remind themselves as they enter spring training of that old saying, you never know what game's going to mean the difference between your winning and losing a pennant. Here's a ground ball to third. Reeds up with it. Steps on the base, and that's all for the Expos. Carter forcing Perez at third base with a bouncer to Reeds. No runs, 2 hits, and the Expos leave 3 men on base. The score at the end of a half inning of play, Expos nothing. The Cardinals coming to bat. For the St. Louis Cardinals, Lou Brock will be the leadoff batter. Brock into his 92nd game. Then Jim Lentine, who's playing in right field, and then Jerry Mumford, the center fielder. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Expos Baseball Network.
If you like sports, you'll love TV. Be listening weeknights from 10 to 1. Ted Stevens Sports Wrap on CFCF Radio 60.
Lou Brock's gone 2 for 2 in this series as a pinch hitter. He has 2,900 hits. That is 2,900 yesterday afternoon. Lou Brock steps in. Left-handed batter hitting .224, the pitch. And the curve from Ross Grimsley, outside, ball 1. Happy plays it at third. The pitch, and Brock takes that blowing away, and it's ball 2. Ross 19 and 11. The pitch to Brock, low and outside, ball 3. We mentioned yesterday, Brock has already signed a 1-year contract, getting through the next season as he tries to reach several career milestones before he hangs it up. Bouncer back to the mound. Ross gloves it and throws to first for the out. Brock retires. Ross got behind. Brock with a swing tapped it back to the mound. And Jim Lentine will be the batter. Lentine, who hit .348 at Springfield in the American Association, has gone 2 for 7 in the few games he's played in with the Cardinals. One strike on Lentine, a right-handed batter. That's down low, ball one. Lentine, a California native. Another outstanding player produced by the Arizona State University baseball team. 2 balls, 1 strike. Grimsley missing high with the straight change. A fastball off the end of the bat, center field. Dawson over a bit toward right center to make the play. And that's all for Lentine. 2 down, and Jerry Muffrey coming up. Duke and I received a very nice telegram here. It says, thanks for a great job this year. My best wishes for an enjoyable winter. Looking forward to 1979 when I hope to send this same message in mid-October. David Barrett of CFCF Radio, I hope that your wish comes true. I hope our last broadcast is in mid-October. Ball 1. To Muffrey, next pitch swung on and the line drive, base hit to center field. Muffrey on with a hit. And that'll bring Roger Freed up, the cleanup batter, hitting .250, right-handed batter.
Dave Alexander of Cleveland has hit a home run in the top of the second inning, his 27th, to put Cleveland ahead of the Yankees 3-2. So Kent Fish Hunter served up 2 home runs and 2 innings of play.
2 down, 1 on. Ross delivers to Freed, outside, a ball.
Now the Cardinal broadcasters have him listed today in the 4th position instead of the name Roger Freed. Tommy Barton, their engineer and technician. Fat Boy.
Oh, Fat Boy? Yeah, that's what they call him.
That's what his name is listed in the clubhouse on the blackboard. The lineup written there, and in the 4th spot it has Fat Boy written instead of Freed. He's supposed to lose 15 pounds by spring training next year.
1 ball, 1 strike. Ross delivers, the runner goes. Pitches low and in. Carter didn't catch the ball. It's back to the screen. Making a big turn, but holding at second with a steal is Muffrey. Got a good jump on Ross. And then Carter hopped up out of his catching stance to try to make a throw. And the ball tipped off the end of his mitt and went to the screen. A stolen base for Muffrey. Two balls, 1 strike, the count. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Freed fouls it back to the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No score, bottom of the 1st. I guess, Duke, that business of never knowing what game is going to cost you the pennant or win the pennant for you and so forth, especially painful for a club like Boston. There's a ball swung on and missed, strike 3. Ross had just enough on that to pull Freed. It was a change, but that's a big rainbow, but he threw it up high to Freed, had him fooled, and he struck out on it. So Ross just mastered Freed in that at-bat. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left on base at the end of 1. No score in the game.